in the peripheral blood. Okay, so both asexual and sexual forms of the parasites are ingested by a female Anopheles mosquito during a blood meal from the patient. For example, no, you are positive with malaria, meaning there are larval stages in the circulation. By the time a mosquito would have a blood meal to that infected person, pwedeng mapas during a blood meal, pwedeng ma-ingest together with blood ang mga larval forms ni mosquito. And so, the cycle can continue dito sa mosquito. Okay, nakuha ninyo? So, there are also what? There are also criteria, no? For the mosquito to continue the cycle. Dapat ang na-ingest ni mosquito na gametocide should be at least 12 gametocides per UL. And the other one is that dapat ang na-ingest ni mosquito would be excess number or greater number of the female gametocides or increased number of the macrogametocides than that of the microgametocides. Meaning, mas taas dapat ang female gametocides than that of the male gametocides. So these are the two criteria so that the cycle could continue. No? Were you able to get that? Nakuha?
Yes,
Okay. So what happens pag nag-ingest na si mosquito during a blood meal? What will happen? In the stomach of the mosquito or in the gut, no? The other term for a stomach is the gut, no? In the gut of the mosquito, microgametes are formed, no, by the process of exflagellation, which will develop into a macrogamete where a projection is formed. No? In other words, what will happen in the gut of the mosquito, the male gametocides will undergo exflagellation. No? Unsa man yung exflagellation? In the process of exflagellation, it will actually produce 8 sperm-like microgametes, no, sa lalaki, okay? That will fertilize the female macrogamete, no, mauna ni siya, which will form, during fertilization, it will form a zygote. Nakuha ninyo, class? Kinsay mag-undergo exflagellation, the male or the female?
Male.
Okay, the male gamete, no? The microgamete will undergo exflagellation. Okay? So it will produce the 8 sperm-like microgametes that will fertilize the macrogamete, no? To form this one, a zygote. Okay? Now, after the formation of zygote, what will happen next?
In the next 24 hours.
In the next 24 hours, the zygote lengthens and matures and becomes ookinets. Okay? Which is also a motile form. And then they will develop into an oocyst where the sporozoids are developed inside. No? From a zygote, becomes ookinets. It becomes oocyst. From there will be production of sporozoids. So, to be very specific, on about 10th day, the oocyst is fully mature. It will rupture and it will release sporozoids in the body cavity of the mosquito. So, it will be spread all over the body of the mosquito except the ovary. Okay? That one. So, at this stage, class, the mosquito now is capable of transmitting infection to humans because usually there would be increased concentrations of your sporozoids, no, in the salivary gland or the salivary fluid, no, of the mosquito. So during a blood meal, it will penetrate the human body, particularly the circulation. Kasi siya ang nai-introduce, no? The sporozoites are introduced in the human body during a blood meal. Okay? So that's how infection will start. Okay? Any question? Were you able to get the cycle? Klaro ang cycle or not?
Klaro, ma'am.
So this is CDC summary, no? So what I discussed earlier is summarized, no, with the presentation of CDC. Okay? So the ones in the blue arrow is the schizogony cycle, and the ones in the red, no, is the sporogony cycle. Okay? So this is the first phase, right? In the human cycle, exoerythrocytic cycle. Unsa may salient point in the exoerythrocytic? Unsay na-develop class or na-produce? Hello? Unsay na-produce?
Isn't, ma'am?
Schizont, very good. No? The schizont are produced, no? And what happens? The schizont ruptures, no, and it will liberate merozoites, no. That's why it goes back into the circulation. So this is now your erythrocytic cycle, okay, wherein it will now infect red blood cells. No, katong merozoites na na-produce or na-release will infect red blood cells, okay, and it will undergo different stages also, no, until what? It will follow the next phase, which is your gametogony. So this is now the production of the gametocyte. So nadidefine siya into a micro. Some gametes will develop into a micro or a macro gametocyte. Okay? And for the continuance of the cycle, if there is one mosquito na mag-bite an contaminated or infected na tao, having the larval stages in its circulation, no, as during a blood meal, this mosquito can ingest also the larval stages, and so the cycle can continue. Okay, so mauna ni siya, no, the process of exflagellation. It becomes ookinets until it becomes oocysts, until it ruptures and becomes sporozoites. Okay, so that's the summary of its cycle. Now let us go with malarial paroxysm or febrile paroxysm. So usually this occurs in the second phase of the human cycle. Okay? And there are three, no, stages of febrile paroxysm, or what we call malarial paroxysm. So natin ginatawag na cold stage, no? So this will last 15 to 60 minutes. So what happens here? The patient experiences intense cold, no, and shivering, no, mamugnaw, inappropriate feeling of coldness and apprehension, teeth chattering, shaking of the whole body, and there is peripheral vasoconstriction. Okay? What does it mean when your blood vessels are constricted? Gadako siya or gagamay? For vasoconstriction.
Ganaro ang, ma'am, ang blood vessel.
Gagamay, no? Ganaro siya, very good, ang blood vessel. And this usually happens in the cold stage. No? When you feel cold, your blood vessels constrict. Okay? Next is the hot stage. So this will last for 2 to 6 hours. So mauna ni siya kung ginaingon sa inyo earlier na one of those signs and symptoms of malaria is really fever, no? So the patient feels intense hot. So 40 to 40.6 degrees centigrade, no? If pag nag-body temperature ka, there is severe headache, nausea, vomiting, there's also palpitations, and there is also thirst, no? And we also have the sweating stage, no? Pag human sa fever, wala na kag mahuwasan, it seems like nahuwasan ka, but this is a cycle, no? Mabalik-balik din siya. There is sweating stage. So it occurs after fever, temperature lowers, and there is profuse sweating, no? In this stage. Okay? So this is now the periodicity of the attack or the cycle of attack, no, for the different species of malaria. For Vivax class, 48-hour cycle ang fever, no? For Ovale, it was not identified, no? For Ovale, malaria is 72-hour cycle. Falciparum is 36 hours, and there is also what we call a quotidian cycle. Every 24 hours ang fever. Okay? So the classic periodicity of attack is determined by the length of the erythrocytic cycle. No? This is the damage that the merozoites had brought, no, when na-release siya to the circulation that will affect red blood cells. Okay? Always remember that in malaria, ang target organ po are red blood cells. That is why when you do microscopy, now, of your peripheral blood film, you look into the red blood cells. No, kung na-alter ba ang size or ang morphology ng cell, or if there are inclusions that you can find in the red blood cell. Okay? So those are the things now that you need to what? To investigate or assess when you do microscopy for malaria. So these are the different larval forms, no, that can be found in the peripheral blood. So halos pareho lang, no? You could see trophozoites, schizons, and gametocytes, no? Kaya lang, there are differences, no? Particularly on the inclusions, okay? And the shapes, no, of these schizons and trophozoites, no, in the blood. But in the case of falciparum, among the four, no, this is the easiest to identify because most of its gametocytes are banana-shaped. No? Ang mga gametes ni falciparum are banana-shaped or crescent, no, in shape. So that's why we could easily identify them. But some of the stages are very, very difficult to identify. That is why even we are RMTs, no, we are still required, no, to participate or even to join in workshops about malaria alone, no, and study malaria alone, no, so that especially pag na-assign ka in a government facility, no, medyo you will be trained, no, on how to read, no, the different peripheral blood film and be able to identify, no, the species of malaria that is present. Okay, so in other words, it needs further trainings and workshops, no, to really identify accurately, no, the species of Plasmodium. Okay. So these are the different characteristics of the different species of Plasmodium. No? So in the case of falciparum class, all stages of the red blood cells can be infected with Plasmodium falciparum. When I say all stages, it could be the young red blood cell or the old red blood cell. Okay? Now, if you try to look at the appearance of the red blood cell, it will not alter the appearance. It will not destroy the shape, no? The shape of the red blood cell remains normal. Okay? And the gametocytes are dali lang, no, makita or dali lang ma-identify because they will resemble like banana shape or crescent shape ang gametocyte ni Plasmodium falciparum. And the number of merozoites that can be released is 24. Okay? And these are the ill effects of falciparum infection. It can cause malignant tertian malaria, cerebral malaria, and also black water fever. Meaning, what happens to your urine? It becomes what? Halos itom na, no? Because of the release of hemoglobin in the urine. Okay, that's what we call black water fever. However, there are individuals na ginatawag nato og G6PD deficit. Okay, so if you are G6PD deficient individual, you are resistant to infection. So somehow your body is able to resist, no, Plasmodium falciparum infection. Okay, unsa man ning G6PD. So this is actually an enzyme, no? This is glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase. So kani siya, this is very useful for the normal functioning of your red blood cell, no? So kung lacking ka ani na enzyme, no, it can cause anemia, no, like hemolytic anemia, no, if you lack G6PD. Okay, but if you are deficient of this, no, it's an advantage, no, because your body can develop resistance against falciparum infection. Okay, so these are your gametocytes, no, of your falciparum and the ring forms. Next is Plasmodium malariae, no. Now for malariae class, ang ma-infect niya lang na red blood cell are the old RBCs. Okay? So ang young RBCs are not infected, only the old, no? And the appearance of infected red blood cell, just like falciparum, remains normal. It cannot alter the morphology, no, of your red blood cell. Okay? So these are the different stages of malariae that can be found in the blood: ring stage, the trophozoites, and the schizones. And these are the number of merozoites that can be released, no, eat, okay? And for pathogenesis, we have quartan malaria. So it can cause quartan malaria, no, for Plasmodium malariae, okay? So yung mga ring forms ni Plasmodium malariae would resemble like basket forms or band forms. Schizones nila would resemble like fruit pies, and the gametocytes appears to be ovoid. Okay? So this is the ring stage actually of your malariae, no, that has been stained with white stain. Okay? So actually when we do assessment of malaria, no, so the blood film is allowed to dry. Then after drying, we stain it because stains could help. No? It could either be right stain or you can make use of a Giemsa stain. Okay? Next is ovale. Now for ovale, it can only affect young red blood cells. Old red blood cells are not affected or not infected. Okay? And the appearance of the infected red blood cell are enlarged. So what happens to that infected red cell? They are enlarged. So naay changes sa shape, no, and sa size ni red blood cell. Okay? So all stages can be found in the peripheral blood. We are referring to the schizone, the trophozoites, no, gametocyte, no? All of those stages can be found in the peripheral blood. Okay, and the number of merozoites that are released is 8. And for pathogenesis, no, we call it ovale malaria. Okay, and the last one is your Vivax. So for Vivax, it will what? It will infect young red blood cells, no? Pareho sila ni Plasmodium ovale. So the appearance of the infected red cells are enlarged. Same holds true with Vivax. With ovale rather, no? The red blood cells are enlarged. So the stages seen in the peripheral blood all, no, can be seen. The trophozoites, the schizones, the gametocytes, no, can be seen in the peripheral blood film. So what I've been mentioning are actually the diagnostic stages, no, of malaria. Okay? Number of merozoites, we have 16. And for pathogenesis, it can cause benign tertian malaria. And for P. vivax, those individuals that are Duffy negative So we are not affected because we are Filipinos. Usually this would be a minor blood group. Usually these are the the Africans, no? May mga Duffy negative sila in the population, so therefore their body could resist Vivax infection. Okay? And they will appear as single large ring or amoeboid forms, no, in the peripheral blood film. Okay? So this is the sky zone. Tanawan ninyo ang red cell. So sakto, no? It appears enlarged. Dili man ni mao ang normal size sa red blood cell, correct? Sakto ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Oh, dagko kaayo, no? In Vivax, even with Ovale also, the red blood cells appears to be large. Okay? Of the different trophozoites. Okay? From each of those species of Plasmodium. Okay? Okay. So Plasmodium, no, or malaria is resistant to the following: Duffy negative blacks, they are immune to Vivax infection, and also in addition, no, yung mga sickle cell trait, those individual with a sickle cell trait. By the way, sickle cell trait is not a disease, no, it is a trait, no, that was inherited, no. So the person was able to inherit one gene to make a normal hemoglobin and another gene to make sickle cell hemoglobin, no? So that's what we call sickle cell. So you are resistant to Plasmodium falciparum infection. Okay? So there are a lot of tables here. So I want you to look at the tables. They are being summarized according to species, according to the type of red cell infected. Is it young? Is it old? The number of merozoites that are produced or are released. Okay? The ring form appearance, no, yung description nila for each species. The description of the gametocyte for each species. This will be very helpful for in your laboratory, no, session. And then ang appearance ng red blood cell, ang appearance ng trophozoite, and ang stippling, no, or inclusions that can be found for each species. Pag falciparum class, we are looking into Mohr's dots. Okay? What would it for Schaffner's dots is, no? For Ovale, we call it Schaffner's or James dot. Very okay? Relapse only occur for Vivax and Ovale because these parasites are the ones, no, who can undergo dormancy or a resting stage. Okay? Okay. And for the diseases as well, no, you will be seeing here yung mga diseases, no, associated with the different species, no, of Plasmodium. Okay, so I want you to go over this table. Okay? Now, how do we diagnose malaria? So we do the thick and the thin blood smear stained with Chimsa or Wright stain. You know, class, this is still considered the gold standard test. No, gold standard test. Although it requires some proficiency on the side of the medical technologists, meaning the medtech should be well trained, no, on the identification of the different species of Plasmodium. Okay? So dapat mahibalo ka mo identify, no, kung kinsa or asa na nga species. Okay? Now, why are we doing thick and thin blood film? no, di ba, pag nag-CBC ta, and we try to see, no, yung mga different WBCs in a CBC blood film for CBC. Okay, so we utilize the thin film, no. So ang thin film is actually very important also for diagnosis of malaria, because we can now do species identification. So this is used for speciation of the species of your Plasmodium. Kasi thin smear siya, mas klaro, no, unsa na species ang possible, no, na naka-infect sa tao. Okay? At the same time, we are doing thick blood film, no, kanina sa opposite. Okay? Thick, ganong thick man kay paga siya, no? So, the thick film class is actually very important for assessment, no? Especially pag you're assigned in a rural area, nga daghan kaayo kag i-test for malaria, for possible nga naay malaria, so you can use a thick film, because this is what good for assessment, because the film is concentrated, you can easily detect whether positive siya or negative for Plasmodium. Although there is difficulty in identifying the species, no, of Plasmodium. So that dapat you, together with thick film, dapat you should also make a thin film for species identification. Okay? Did you get the difference between the two?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm sure you will be taught on this in your laboratory, no? How to prepare both the thick and the thin film. Okay? Another one is an RDT. What is an RDT? This is malaria rapid diagnostic test. It is based on the principle of immunochromatography. Okay? Ang RDT na develop, no, for those especially useful in rural areas na wala kaayo proficient na medpex, no? So dali na ni siya gamiton because it is a rapid diagnostic test. So you only have to put a small amount of blood on a test strip, no? And observe for the line formation. Kasi pag positive, there is double line formation. Pag negative, there is only a single line formation. Okay? So, kana siya ang principle, no, ni rapid diagnostic test based on immunochromatography. Okay? Is that understood?
Understood.
Okay. Now, how do we prevent malaria? Okay? Of course, usage of insecticide, no? Or application of insect repellent. So if you happen to be living in a place where there are a lot of mosquitoes thriving, no? So you use an insecticide or an insect spray or an insect repellent, no? Another one, you can make use of protective clothes, no? Katong mga medyo maka-cover sa skin, okay? And then you wear light-colored clothes. Now, this is recommended. Why? Anyone who knows the rationale behind of wearing light clothes, light-colored clothes? Anyone?
Dark color attracts mosquitoes.
Very good, because dark colors attract mosquitoes. No? So wearing of light-colored clothes are recommended. And of course, vector control. In epidemiology, this is very important class, because if we kill, no, or eradicate vectors, no, that's the number one, we can stop malaria. No, the one of the top most effective measures that we can do to eradicate malaria. Okay, vector control. Okay? And how do we treat? Of course, long time ago, no, kanina gid siya ang ginagamit, no? Chloroquine. Okay? But because of MDRs, you know MDRs? Ilan mo MDR? multi-drug resistant. No, as we go along, it develops what? Resistance to drugs. So that's why para effective ang treatment, no? So chloroquine is given in combination with other drugs, not to be more effective in the treatment of malaria. Okay? But of course, kani siya ang basic, no? Chloroquine. Okay? Question? I think this is my last slide. Do we have any questions?
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am, regarding sa katong periodicity, ma'am, sa plasmodium. Parang, what does it mean ba, ma'am, na katong mga every 36 or parang mga every 76 hours, ma'am? Medyo na wala ko dapat.
Medyo maunsa?
Wala na ako nag-gets gamay, ma'am.
O, katong paroxysm, ano na siya, cycle, no? So kung walang intervention, it will repeat. The cycle repeats. Ang patient will experience coldness, and then mag-hot stage na po siya, and then mag-sweating. It is as if nag-relieve na, no? But without medication or intervention, the cycle, no, can repeat.
Ay, kaya parang repeat ka siya, ma'am.
Oh.
Start.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So, mauna siya ang mga clinical, no, attacks of malaria. Okay? Although malaria is not that common na actually, no, in the urban communities. So dito na siya usually, no, in the rural areas. So that is why pag medtech ka na na-assign sa government and you were deployed in the rural areas, no? Number one good na training ninyo would be on malaria, no, because of incidents, no? It is still existing, no, in far areas in the Philippines. Okay, especially sa forested areas, no? Okay. Any other questions? Wala na? Okay, by next meeting, I will be, yes.
According sa book, ma'am, malaria is one of the most deadliest parasitic diseases, ma'am. And it can cause deaths, ma'am. So, in what way, ma'am, magka-cause siya sa death? Since ang naan, ma'am, sa kanang pathogenesis is sa blood. Pero apil man ang liver, ma'am, so naay liver damage.
Of course. Yes. Hello?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Especially sa mga bata, no? Okay, naatay ginatawag na falciparum malaria affecting children. Okay? So, it's actually very fatal. Any other? Napangay, if you see this, no, napangay cerebral malaria, okay? The spleen can also be affected, okay? We also have what we call congenital or transfusion malaria. So it's also very possible ma-transfer ang malaria through infected or contaminated blood, no, during transfusion. That is why it's part of the testing, no? They would test blood sample or blood prior to releasing, no, sa Red Cross for malaria because of this, okay? Transfusion induced malaria, okay? And also nephrotic, meaning the kidneys can also be affected, okay? No more? So by next meeting, Hopefully I could finish Babisha, yung mga last topics ninyo. Can you please open your course outline? Unsay mga last topics na nato after Plasmodium? Yes,
Babisha, ma'am, tapos
Babisha. Tapos, you would have
Babisha of arthropods, ma'am.
opportunistic, wala? Di ba na, Wala na?
Katulad sila tulog. Babisha, Croatian,
So, ang last nato are arthropods.
arthropods.
Okay. So, I might be finishing that earlier, no? So, gamay naman tong topic sa opportunistic pathogens. Babisha is also a short topic, and then I have arthropods. So, we will have plenty of time, no? And to prepare for our final term, okay? So, by next meeting,